Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. Today, we have a Sunday recap for you guys. We're going to talk about what has happened in the past week in the NFT space. I've been out of the game the past week. I've been to I went to Puerto Rico, then I went to Aruba, so I'm just in vacation mode.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Yeah, I just got back last night.
Must be nice.
I'm super tan, although Michael, I feel like you can't really.
You are tan. No, you are
tan.
Can you see?
Okay.
I was gonna say. I actually was gonna say something. You do look tan. I could tell you got it. And when I said, "How was it?" You were like, you like lit up. You're like, it was so nice.
It was so nice. It was so amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was just awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, but I am back, and yeah, I heard apparently the bull run is happening. So I come back and there's a bull run happening.
Yeah, we are all going to the moon.
We're
Look
back.
in your wallets because some of those old dead NFTs have gone back up to all-time highs. 3, 4
Okay,
ETH.
maybe not that back.
Oh, okay. Oh. I must be
but
reading.
ETH is at what, 1,700 right now or something?
High 1700s, yeah.
Yeah, so crypto's pamping a bit.
Yeah. For the first time in a while, it's been steady for months. Like, it's just been
1,500 steady.
50, right. Yeah, it's just been for sure. Yeah, so that's cool. That's fun. NFTs are up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, also, our last, or actually, I think it was probably a couple episodes ago at this point, but when we had Shannon Snow on, the Monopoly board we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention this in the episode because I hadn't received it yet, so I didn't know if I was going to receive it. But they actually sent me a Monopoly board. Yeah. And I know someone had tweeted out like, oh, seeing the video is so helpful after listening to the episode. So if you want to see what I was talking about, I actually made a video with the Monopoly board since they sent one over to me. Check that out on my Twitter, Jennifer_pseudo, if y'all want to watch it.
Have you played a game on it yet?
You know what? I played fake game. I played a fake game for the video. Like I pretended, but Monopoly is a long game. It's a multiple hour game. I definitely want to play games.
You need 4 people, like
it's more fun with more people for sure. Yeah. And my sister's coming to visit me soon, so maybe we'll all play and
you'll break it out.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
It sounds it's a beautiful board. That's really cool. And you see Jodo, Crypto Jodo, bought one. Oh yeah, they bought one. Doesn't even have a World of Women after listening to our episode. I thought
that was cool. Yeah.
And Shannon saw it. She was like, I love this.
Oh.
She responded to it. I was like, I'm glad you saw that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
cool.
Speaking of interviews too, you guys, we have so many interviews planned for the next couple weeks. So
you've been crushing it with that.
All of a sudden, everyone wants to come on the pod.
What do we have? 2 episodes tomorrow? Is that what we have going?
Yeah, 2. We're recording
not tomorrow. Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, by the time it depends when you listen to this, but right now it's Monday.
I scared myself because I'm not. The kids are off of school tomorrow, and I had to keep my schedule clean. And when I said tomorrow, I was like, oh wait, that's why I was like Wednesday. Tonight's Monday night. My kids are off of school tomorrow for whatever godforsaken reason, and
yeah, we got 2 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, and then I think even the week after that we might have
2 or 3.
So
yeah, I got some good ones. You've been doing really good, getting awesome guests. Like sometimes even if I don't know them, and then when they come on, we have so much fun, and they're really good people. There's so many great people in the space just to talk to and have a good conversation.
Totally. Yeah, it's fun.
Mhm.
Just, talking with people, chatting with people. And that's why we do what we do, because it's fun. So
Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I got to shout out Andy. We're missing Andy tonight. We're missing Andy tonight. He took his entire family to Game 6 of the NLCS.
Ooh.
It was a whole ordeal. It was a shame the Phillies shit the bed. Really, they were about to. If they would have won, they would have gone to the World Series, and it would have been like a night to remember for his family forever. And then, and they lost.
Hey, maybe they'll still remember this forever.
They'll remember it forever, but it's like heartbreaking. I've been through it. It stinks. But there's Game 7 tomorrow, which we're excited about.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
Shout out to Andy and his family. It was awesome. They must have had fun anyway. He was posting pictures. It looked like a good time.
Nice. Yeah, so
All
it's
right.
just solo dolo. But yeah, we're gonna get into the topics for the week. What has happened this past week, Michael? What are we?
Well, here something positive happened out of BAYC. We got a tweet from the Hefe himself, Gordo.
I saw that actually
for the first tweet in a while. Yep. Nice picture of himself smiling. Looked like his significant other was with him, I think, or whoever that was, and basically saying he's sad he can't make it to Hong Kong. What I really took from it, he said he's been involving himself more as an advisor over the past couple of weeks. I hope that my presence has been felt in some small way. And I think what that is homage to the PS Also Clubhouse, if you remember. Did we talk about that?
I don't think so.
We didn't. Okay. So this was probably even, did we do a recap last week? It might have been like right afterward. Daniel Allegre put out a tweet,
didn't.
The CEO. Okay. So little context to what I was suggesting. Daniel Allegre put out a tweet a couple weeks ago. I don't have it in front of me, but it was very long. And it went over everything that Yuga's doing and what he's done since he started. I mean, it was like a long tweet.
And that's the CEO, right?
The CEO, yep.
Okay.
And he's like an older dude. He came from, I think, Activision Blizzard, I think is where he came from, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's where he came from. I didn't have that in front of me to talk about because it happened like 10 days ago. But so he did this whole long thing, and there's a lot of like, yeah, I know things aren't perfect, but look at all this other stuff we did for you. There's a lot of that. But it was typical communication stuff. And then so he had that whole tweet, and then another tweet right under it just said PS Also Clubhouse. And that's like the only thing anybody cared about. Like,
what does that mean? PS Also Clubhouse.
See, you're not like me, so entrenched in the
wow. Okay, I'm not in the loop
ecosystem. So on the original roadmap, there it said not the original the roadmap they put out like after it became real popular, like as they were like
that graphic image that was like
exactly
no words, but everyone's like speculating.
And one of them on there, all it said, there wasn't much to it, but it just said IRL Clubhouse Miami and had like a shack. Yeah. So that's like just that little tidbit. We've been waiting on that because I'm down here, like, selfishly, I want that.
And Art Basil's coming up.
Art Basil's coming up. It's going to be awesome. Art Basil's going to be a lot of stuff going on.
Do you think that means they're going to? Do you think that means they're going to do something, or
they'll probably do something, or at least community events? There's already stuff I've been hearing popping up, but I don't. I think that this is a permanent Clubhouse, is what.
Okay.
Is what I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's probably going to be a multi-use space where they'll rent it out for events, like, you know what I mean? But I would assume like as an ape or a mutant, as I am not an ape anymore, mutant ape,
as I like to remind you.
Yeah. Not right, Jim. As you tell everybody that comes on the pod, and I know.
Did you know
was it that was like the major ape? You were like, did you know we saw
it was Michael? It was the other Michael.
Yeah, Michael K. Right. My Magic City Apes friend. You're like, oh, by the way, just in case you don't read the blockchain.
I am sorry about that. I did not know that he didn't know.
Cool. No, I don't care. It's not. It's a joke. I'm totally joking, like feigning being embarrassed by you saying that. That's totally cool.
Okay.
Yep. So where were we? Okay. The real life Clubhouse, like that's just awesome if they can do something like that. I hope it's not like a club. I want it to be like I don't want it
Oh,
to be like.
I hope it's a club. Let's go.
See, I'll never go.
Club,
Like,
thanks.
I want it to be like a lounge with like stuff to do and watch the games on the big screens.
Oh,
That's what I want. I want like where we can hang out and like
right. Well,
video
clubhouse.
games and-
That's like to me the word clubhouse sounds like okay. They're
Sounds like
hanging
that.
out. Yeah.
That's what I. Yeah. Place where it's quiet, where I can talk to people. I don't like
Right, where you're not like screaming, like, what?
Yeah.
What did you
I know,
say?
exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Totally. That's what I want. Because I'd go down there once a month. I mean, it's, you know, it depends on maybe a couple times a month or whatever. If people are hanging, like, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
What would be super sick is if they put it closer to me. I was actually half thinking I never would do it, but of putting together an AIP because I know this like abandoned place that would be perfect for the clubhouse and put together like an AIP to have it at that place. But they probably already have ideas. If he said that, he either like Gordon was either just like put that in at the end. I think that's what Gordon meant, by the way, to digress.
Right.
By I hope my presence has been felt. That was my whole point in saying that is that I think that was what I pretty much. What else would it be? Like he hopes his presence was felt in some small way. Like that was it. He's like, tell him about the clubhouse.
Yeah,
probably,
PS
you know what I mean?
Clubhouse. It makes it sound like that's something coming soon. Although I don't know.
Well, it could go either way. It's either something coming soon or we haven't forgotten, but I have no fucking idea what's coming.
Probably next year, honestly, because it's like this year. It's like it gets all
not this year. No, this year's crazy. Yeah, they're not doing anything this year. They got Ape Fest coming up in 2 weeks.
Right, in Hong Kong.
Yep. Yep. So, we do a little pod, Deez and Andy.
Yes.
They do a good job. They've done, I think, like, they're on season 3. I think they do like 10 episodes a season. They actually record them all and get them all ready and then, like, put them out. They have them all in the queue.
Yeah, they record them. First of all, they record them in person. And then they record them, like, months in advance. So it's a very different style, but they do like interviews and So they recorded season 3 already?
They recorded season 3. They're moving through season 3 and they're putting it out. But the reason I wanted to bring them up, just shout them out because they did something really cool and very successful, is they dropped some NFTs. There were 2 types. There were the based and there was the premium. The based was $5 and they sold like 1,100 or 1,200 of them the last I looked, which was earlier today doing the research. Yep. Which is like $6,000. And they sold 15 premium NFTs at 1 ETH each. And the premium NFT gets you dinner with them in Miami. You get to go to like a dinner and you buy the premium NFT to support. So they basically brought in 15 ETH, which is the 23,000, a little more now with ETH going up, and then they brought in another 6,000, almost 30 grand.
Wow,
to support the podcast.
That's solid. Yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, all their other episodes are on chain too, right? And like you mint them or something. You can mint them.
I don't know about that. You might get early access if you buy their NFT.
Right.
NFT Now, their latest podcast episode, they did airdrop it as an NFT to NFT Now Pass holders.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when that NFT Now Pass came out. That was a while ago.
Yep.
That was like, that was a while ago now.
Not that long ago. I mean, 6 months. 6 months. Yeah. I mean, it's all relative. It's kind of a while.
Sometime this year.
Yeah. Sometime this year. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. But their last one, I mean, there's not too much to it other than it's, they dropped it to you could listen to it you have the podcast episode. I'm not really sure what that means. It's not like it's like, I guess one day, like if you get a podcast episode dropped to you and then like the person becomes like ultra famous.
Yeah. It's just a cool commemorative thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah, cool, just you're supporting, I think.
No doubt. But that's really cool what Deez and Andy did. We didn't have Andy on, right? We had Deez on, I know. Not Andy, right?
We had Deez on. I did reach out to Andy and he said maybe in a couple months.
Yeah,
he's pretty busy right now. But...
I mix up Andy and Nate Alex for some reason. They're like,
oh yeah, we had Nate Alex on. He was cool.
I know. Yeah, Nate Alex is awesome. He's really smart. I love listening to him.
And speaking of Nate Alex, he actually thinks that we're due for another bull market very soon. He's very bullish about the NFT space. He thinks there's going to be another NFT bull market in the next, or bull run in the next, like within the next 6 months. Which perfectly times with the Bitcoin halving of April 20th. So I kind of feel like he thinks like
what has he said specifically? Because he's not suggesting like all our PFPs are going to be awesome. Like, what does he think this going to look like? Is he?
I mean, so let me see if I can find his tweet. Okay, so here's what he said. If you've only gotten to experience the shitty PvP market we've had the last 1.5 years, you're in for a treat soon. Everyone winning, everyone happy, nearly 24/7 euphoria. No one cares if you sell your bags because the shit keeps going up more anyway. Congrats, you've earned it. I think it's still a bit premature to declare the bull is here. Timing-wise, I was expecting another 6 months or so, but either way, it's imminent. And then Jimmy was like, still a bear. And Nate Alex is like, not for much longer. Oh, I guess he thinks less than 6 months. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, he seems to be pretty bullish.
Yeah, and there's like, but you still have to pick the right ones. You know what I mean? It's not like everything.
Yeah, I mean,
if that makes sense.
Well, I think different people have different perspectives, but
okay,
if okay, maybe just like the popular projects, right? Like, oh, CryptoPunks and Bored Apes and those. But then does the rising tide lift all boats to where even, it'll trickle down to some of the smaller and, maybe just even ones you don't expect pump a bit? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and obviously everyone has their own opinion, but I just think it's interesting how he is very bullish right now.
Yeah. He's very smart, a very smart dude. He's also he's
been around for a while.
He's been around forever, and he provides a great perspective. Like whenever I hear him talk, like he's definitely a smart dude.
And he's made a lot of money. He's one of the top. I would say he's one of the top traders in the NFT space, like of all time. But at the same time, obviously he has a lot of bags. Like, he could be biased, but
I mean,
take it with a grain of salt.
It wouldn't be bad to chop it up with him again some point.
Yeah, true.
Sometime maybe end of the year, early next year, whatever. Just because,
that's a good idea.
Hear what he thinks. What I think the next NFT bull run will look like. I think it's going to be more things like what I'm seeing in the chart when we go over it every week on Crypto Slam is the stuff that actually is doing something that represents a game or some like the Rainmakers and So Rare and CSGO. Like that's the kind of NFT bull market I see. Loyalty programs, NFTs being used. Like one of the things I'm going to go over today is the Sharjah NFT. You see, I put on there. Sharjah is a city in UAE, and they are they're pioneering an initiative to use NFT technology to have government, private entities to issue digital certificates as soul-bound NFTs. So like schools and government agencies, they can issue people these immutable certificates that can prove that you did things. I think that kind of NFT use case, I think Web3, I think that's all still being built. I think that's all still being built. Like Starbucks, we didn't talk about the Starbucks, the latest drop, right? The 4 things they did. They're still doing great stuff. It's like last I looked, they were like 4 and 5x on all 4 of their stamps. They cost $20. They sold like 6,000 of them. Brought in 120K or whatever. Like stuff like that. I think I don't know if we're gonna see what we saw before. I think the celebrities drove what we saw before. Like I really do.
Which MoonPay was behind.
Yeah.
A lot of that, right?
A lot. Oh yeah. They were like those Jimmy Fallon, Gwyneth Paltrow, all getting apes. They didn't
So what's
care.
up with MoonPay? We need MoonPay to come on the pod.
Yeah, Keith Grossman works there now.
Yeah, that's right.
He would be somebody we theoretically could get because he was on Twitter Spaces every day till he left Time and went to MoonPay, and now we haven't heard word one from him.
Right. You know what? I need to make a list of. Okay, we have some more guests. Okay, we need to reach out. Actually, I think Keith's DMs are closed because I think I've tried to.
Are they?
I could try to contact him some other way, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, his DMs are open. Oh, I have DM'd him before, but that was back in July, so I can definitely try again.
Yeah, we can say MoonPay came up on the pod. We talked about you so positively. Would you like to come on?
And yeah.
So we were basically talking about what the next NFT bull run might be.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that Web3 people are still building. There's all kinds of stuff. When I search the news, there's like all these countries around the world are doing all kinds of cool stuff, and companies are doing cool things, and people are utilizing blockchain technology and Web3 and doing really cool things. That's the stuff I'm looking at. And I think that's the stuff that interests me the most, at least. As far as making money, I don't know exactly where that bull run is. I do think gaming, I don't know what it'll be, but I think whoever hits the gaming right will, the people in early on that one will get rich.
I do have some bad news.
Okay.
I just remembered today that I found this out, but you remember La Liga? La Liga Galazos on Dapper, like
the Spanish soccer league. Yeah.
Yeah, so they are actually no longer going to be coming out with packs, creating new moments. Okay. They're still going to have the marketplace up so people can buy and sell. But yeah, they're no longer like coming out with new stuff. So that was kind of sad to see.
Did it do poor, or did they lose their license?
I mean, it doesn't say that they lost their license. They said today we were ready to share that Dapper Labs and La Liga have made the tough decision to adjust our focus this season. Yeah. As a result,
they probably just didn't hit sales targets or whatever.
Probably not. There really weren't. Yeah, there wasn't a huge community there. Yeah. And then in addition, Suessibles also actually the day before. So that was October 20th that La Liga announced that. October 19th.
I'm shocked. That amazing NFT project.
Look, I know it wasn't super popular, but but this was interesting. Because they said that since launching in 2021, we've sold 2.3 million Suessibles to 8,700 accounts.
And thank you all for your money. We are now shutting down operations.
Yeah, so they kind of said similar to La Liga, like, oh, we're not going to come out with any more stuff, but you can still
buy and sell so we can collect secondary royalties.
Yeah, it's like the app and the marketplace will still be open. Everything was turning LE. So, yeah, just to kind of, I don't know, come with the opposite effect of maybe the bull rug is here. Well, there are some things, and some companies shutting down.
Speaking of shutting down, Async Art also announced today that they're shutting down. Believe it or not.
Remember
Async Art? They're like a creator platform, maybe a bit like Manifold before Manifold.
Okay.
They Xcopy dropped grifters on there.
Oh, interesting.
Async Art.
So can you move your NFT?
You have, they're ETH NFTs.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So they're your NFTs. It's like if Manifold shut down, the NFTs are still in the world.
Right. Okay, good. Yeah. Interesting.
So everybody's shutting down. All the
only the strong are surviving.
I know. No, it's a thing. There's like a lot of stuff is getting flushed down the toilet. A lot of cream is rising to the top. Yeah, I could see it definitely. Like we've been in a bear market for a year and a half, almost 500 days. A long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I could kind of like. It's nice you say that. What Nate Alex said, like it kind of feels like that. I mean, I'm looking. I have on here a lot of green on the 7-day chart. If you look on the 7-day chart for NFTs, like BAYC's up 5%, but like Azuki's up 30%, Captain's 15%, CloneX 15%, Milady 15%, Potatoes 40%, Sugartown 18%, Meebits 21%, Doodles 13%, Moonbird 17%, Other Deed 14%, like all up and down the list. There's a lot of green on the 7-day chart.
Yeah.
It could change. It could change in 2 seconds. But I've seen it a million times. But it's nice to see.
We're getting a little hope here, folks. Getting a little hope here.
Woo! Coming out of this dark. We had to bear through this bear market. Woo!
Yeah, right. We're seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel.
We're seeing a little light. So what else do we have going on this? The Open Metaverse Alliance for Web3. I need to read more and more about it, but I was on Space this week with a new friend, and he was talking about it, so I looked into it, and it's actually really cool. So it's a working group to standardize and protect creator royalties on NFT marketplaces. But the working group consists of like Animoca Brands, Yuga Labs, Magic Eden, Decentraland, Sandbox, Alien Worlds, Upland, like a lot of players. So I think they're trying to figure out a way to do royalties. That's going to be a battle. I don't know how do you see that playing out? Any clue?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know either. I mean, it's also, these are the people that will be getting the royalties, the bulk of the royalties. So of course they want the royalties. But it's nice that they're going to try and do it for everybody.
Yeah.
We always talk about consolidation in the NFT space. NFT Now put out an article talking about consolidation and acquisitions and what it's going to look like. They talked about some of the notable ones. Pudgies, you talked about Boss Beauties buying BFF the other week. The Meebits and CryptoPunks being bought by Yuga. That was the most notable one. But I think we'll see more and more of it, especially as valuations go lower and communities get agitated.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be ones like,
we saw, Little Lemon Friends.
Lemon Friends, yeah.
And then Gutter Cat Gang, actually. But that was not bought by another project. That was bought by a person.
A community member, yeah.
Yeah, community member. So who we're actually having on the podcast soon, hopefully.
Alpha.
Yep. So Noah. Shout out Noah.
Yep. Do you hear about Flooring Protocol?
Flooring Protocol, no.
Yeah. I just started hearing about it today, and then I looked that up because people were talking about it. And it is like somewhere where you can sell your NFTs fractionally. Remember fractionalized.art?
Fractional.art, which speaking of, we were talking about Desi and Andy.
Yep.
They were both part of fractional.art, which then turned what was it?
To Sarah.
And then they, maybe like a month or two ago, I want to say, they announced that they were like shutting down.
Did they shut that down? I didn't even see that.
You didn't know that they shut that down?
No.
What? Yeah, I mean, I think, I want to say this.
I wasn't like looking. I remember. Oh, I did remember that actually, where they said they're not, because they were still doing the fractional stuff on there, right?
Yeah, they were on Sarah. But I think, I don't know if the site is still active, because sometimes they keep, people will keep the site up for a bit longer, but I know that they announced that like they were like ceasing operations.
Yeah, I guess that's the way it is.
Yeah.
This new one, I heard some people talking about it, so I figured it was worth bringing up. But when I looked into it, it says it's an NFT liquidity solution created by NFT OG player Free Lunch Capital. Free Lunch Capital is the previously undisclosed identity of the mysterious whale address OX66666F, which still holds over 1.1 million in NFTs.
What?
You know that I know, it's weird, right?
I
find
don't
that
recognize
stuff so
that.
weird.
Wallet address.
I find and now but the reason this thing came up is because it did so much volume, but like, I don't trust people like that. Like, I mean, it's like some that have been around I just don't know.
Right, just because they've been around forever doesn't mean they're credible, or what?
And it's just, I don't know. They're like OG whale who just previously undisclosed identity. I don't know. It just seems weird. Free lunch capital sounds like Beanie for some reason. I think it's Beanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be Beanie.
Like, I don't know. There's just so much weird stuff. Like, I just like Machi with his AIP, like all this stuff. So much money gets thrown around at these. Yeah. I don't get into that stuff. So,
yeah.
Flooring Protocol sounds awesome. If you want to make a ton of money, Flooring Protocol. Joking, I'm joking. Let's see. Do I have anything else on the list here that we didn't talk? Oh, this is really cool. You like to bring up the bad news. Everything's shutting down. Let's talk about some good news. Trevor Jones. Trevor Jones was on one of your panels, right? Or am I crazy?
Yes, actually. So the first VCon and the second VCon, he was on a panel of mine.
Yep.
So yeah, both
That's
times.
right. And Mumbot interviewed him on her podcast as well.
We got to get him on the pod. I gotta reach out to him.
We should, because this is really cool. So there's there's an institution in Edinburgh, Scotland called Maggie's Edinburgh, and it's dedicated to free cancer treatment. So he's Scottish. He did so what did he do here? He did an exhibition and auction at the annual Web3 Castle Party near Paris. And with that exhibition and auction, he raised $140,000 to give to Maggie's Edinburgh. They said it's the highest single donation that they've recorded in the 27-year history of the thing. And the spokesman representing Maggie's Edinburgh attributed the success to the support and enthusiasm of the NFT art community.
Nice.
So I thought that was awesome.
That is
awesome. Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Raising money for charity. That's amazing.
Yeah. $140,000. Maggie's Edinburgh.
Jeez, that's a lot too.
Yep. Yeah. That's a lot for sure. Oh, and here's the other thing I got to talk about. ChatGPT recently integrated DALL-E-3. So there's a new DALL-E, which is DALL-E-3, like the text to R. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It's just funny because you're always into that. But do you have DALL-E-3?
I have it now. So I've always I've had ChatGPT Plus since they started allowing you to pay for it. I've been paying for it. And now they integrated DALL-E-3 into it. If you don't have to, honestly, I've said this, I'm working on something new, and the people that I'm working with, that I've always worked with, but I've said to them, if you don't have ChatGPT Plus and you're not using ChatGPT pretty much for everything, you are behind. And they started laughing.
Oh, is that?
And I was like, I'm dead serious. Like, I think that you're behind if you're not using it it blows my mind every day. I use it for everything I do. Brainstorming, everything I do, I'm on ChatGPT. Almost more than Google now. More than Google.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a search engine for you.
Yeah. So now, within about the last 7 to 10 days, they integrated DALL-E. I've canceled my Midjourney membership. I'm blown away. It's a huge step up in art. Like, just you can get words in there, characters. Like, it's insane, the stuff that I've been putting out. You got to mess with it. Anybody that's
what can you do on there?
So, like, I'm working. What I've mostly been doing is stuff for a project I'm working on, which I could talk about kind of soon. But it is like a loyalty program thing. It's hopefully it'll be a big deal. But I've been doing just like poster art and assets and merchandise and like just crazy things and words you can put in there. But then the real cool thing is, like Midjourney, if you wanted to change something, you'd have to create a new prompt or edit your prompt. This one, because it's in ChatGPT, you talk to it like a person. Actually, do you mind making it a little more bright and add some green tones to it somewhere? And it'll do that. And it'll be like, actually, can you make the main character smiling and then add a mirror in the background? And like, you can do that. And it'll it just keeps updating it till it gets to what you want.
Instantly too.
Well, it'll take 30 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, that's instant in my opinion.
That's pretty much. I know, a little slow.
30 seconds. Like,
come on,
a human
Sam
cannot
Altman.
be. Well, it's like a human. If you're like, oh, can you come back with these revisions? And it's like, they'll take a whole day. You know what I mean? But it's
right. No, I've created dozens and dozens and dozens of like awesome pieces of art for this project. And all I would have to do is give it to an artist and be like, clean up the words a little bit, just make it look like it's not completely AI or whatever. But like, it's blowing my mind using this. Because you could also put a picture and have it describe it and have it create prompts to your character based on the picture you put in. And it'll make the prompts and it'll give you images. Like, what I've been doing is putting the prompts into it and Midjourney And like Midjourney does some things better too. Like, but DALL-E-3 has been blowing my mind, the cool stuff it puts out.
Oh,
Like, unbelievable. A huge step up in text to art generation. Huge step up.
So ChatGPT and then DALL-E-3, now that they've integrated, do you have to have like a membership for both? Or how does that work?
If you have ChatGPT Plus, DALL-E-3 is included in that.
Okay. And what if you have DALL-E-3? Or I don't know.
So if you have that, you probably don't. You probably can just keep using that if you like, but you can't talk to it like.
Right.
I've never used just DALL-E, so I don't know.
Okay.
It was DALL-E 2 just before like 10 days ago. That's why it's so much better. Because it was now it's DALL-E 3.
Oh wow, they're coming up with these iterations quick.
No, I mean it's impossible to keep up. Firefly 2 came out recently with Adobe, and that's supposed to be awesome.
Dude.
I haven't even gotten to use that. Leonardo, people like. There's like I'm trying to stay up on it.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game here. It's not that I think like you say people are behind. I think because I mean your average Joe is not using AI, but I would say you're ahead. If you are using it, you're ahead. Like
you're ahead. Dude, the productivity, like everybody that I had, like so one of the ladies I work with, Nikki, she started using it, and like because like what I did was I told them, and I was like, I'm dead serious. And then I was like annoying for like 2 days. I was like sending them TikToks of like all the cool things it does. And then she started using it, and she's like, oh my God. And like for her other job, she's like, I just put this information in and it gives me this amazing. And I just keep showing them these use cases, and they're just like, it's anything you can think of that you're doing, that you're organizing, writing a newsletter, writing a Twitter post. Alan Carroll. I talked to Alan Carroll the other day, our buddy. He actually put out it. I meant to mention it when we mentioned celebrities. He put out a really funny meme. It was Will Smith and the other dude, Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black, and they were holding up that wand to make people forget. And it was his caption was like, celebrities trying to make people forget they dropped a rug pull in 2021.
That's good.
I don't know. I thought that my delivery was not as good as his, but he told me that when he writes his like captions out for the memes, and it puts it into ChatGPT and says, give this to me in the simplest way possible. And he's like, yeah, he uses it like, dude, and whenever I'm out and about and I'm talking to someone that uses it, we have like these awesome conversations. And ChatGPT it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough how important it is to be using. The thing is to be more and more creative with it. Ask it to do multi-level things, and like the more creative you are, the better output you're going to get from it.
Who like created ChatGPT? Do we know?
ChatGPT is created by a company called OpenAI, and
that's right, yeah.
And their founder Sam Altman. If you're familiar with him.
Really? Yeah. Actually, I think I saw him on Twitter.
If you want to hear from him, he did a Lex Friedman podcast, which was really, really good. He also did a Joe Rogan one not too long ago.
Oh,
so that's like 5.5, 6 hours of him talking. If you're
interesting,
smart dude,
yeah,
smart dude, definitely like a little dry, like one of those nerdy kind of dries.
Yeah, like Lex Friedman or something.
Yeah, they're both really dry.
Yeah.
Two robots talking. Yeah, exactly. Lex Friedman is dry as can possibly be.
Yeah. Well, he's just very like logical.
Yeah,
versus,
exactly.
Like, emotional.
He's
and
a
stuff,
super genius, right?
Yeah, and then he's like, it just seems like everything he says, like he says for a purpose, and like, yeah, he doesn't use filler words, and
right. His questions are all really poignant. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. I remember when he had Mr. Beast on, and he just kept like asking him about like analytics and stuff, and Mr. Beast was like, I don't even think people are interested in like hearing about this. Like, I think we've like beat the dead horse at this point, like talking about analytics. And he's like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, he just wanted to talk about analytics, and
he wanted to know the numbers. That was a great episode. Mr. Beast is a genius too. I'm a big fan of Mr. Beast. I think he's cool. Like,
I had never watched his videos before.
I've only watched a little bit with what comes up on TikTok, but just like all the cool things he does and his business prowess, and I'm sure he's a different person than he portrays, but he seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He hasn't had any scandals, I don't think.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It'd be out there if he did.
He's due for one, though.
Yeah.
He's due for a scandal.
Well, he'll have a scandal, like he'll say something controversial, and then all of a sudden there'll be like a bunch of things to cancel him come out. That's what'll happen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everything starts piling up. Yep.
Right.
And it rains, it pours.
Mm-hmm. What else is happening? We we went through some pretty fun stuff. It's not like, it's not like it used to be. There's different topics, but there's always cool things happening. We can always come up with 10, 12.
Yeah, we're always here to keep you on the loop.
I was missing something today, but I don't remember.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? Did you see, what was it? RTFK?
Oh, yeah. They did do something
RTFKT.
with their shoes. They had a release. Right? Yeah. Dunks or something. I saw a lot of people talking about that with the Nike Dot Swoosh.
Yeah.
That's actually another great, I need to look into it a little more, but that's another, entity that's doing great things in Web3. There's still, people are getting limited edition shoes. You got to pay for them, obviously, but can't get things for free.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get someone from, Benito or something, someone on. I'll write that down too to reach out.
That's a good idea. Yep. Yeah, I'd love to learn a little more about CloneX because, they've been going for a long time and dropping physical shoes now. It looks like they're, partnering with Nike Swoosh is going to be a thing to keep going, be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think the cream is rising to the top. I don't care that the floor price is whatever, 1.24, it was 10 ETH, whatever, but that wasn't realistic. Like what they're doing now is really cool. And it's still $2,000 NFT, It's still an expensive membership.
Yeah, the floor is 1.3
right?
or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. 1.28. Yep.
Yeah, they're making moves. Yeah, so it looks like the RTFKT and Nike Dunk Genesis forging event is live, where you can obviously it's okay, you redeem your NFT for the shoes. So that's interesting. I don't know when people will receive them. Forging ends in 6 days, so I guess it's a week long. But yeah, that's sick. I mean, people, especially sneakerheads, they want to get their hands on those. Pretty limited. I think. Oh yeah, it says here 20,000 of the NFT, but I don't think that many will be redeemed. I don't even know. I gotta look more into that. But.
Yeah, I haven't kept up on that as much as I should. They had the Coffee with Captain had people from CloneX on earlier this week, but I didn't even get to hear too much of it. So I wish I could speak eloquently on it, but I will look into it because they are doing cool stuff. I never even signed up for Nike Swoosh. Did you ever sign up for that? Because that was free.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either. Lazy. Lazy. I think that's not to the two NFT podcast hosts are not doing what they should.
Oh, you could still, it says, can I still get the RTFKT Nike Dunk Genesis digital collectible so I can partake in the forging? It says, yes, it's available on OpenSea and other secondary marketplaces. If you purchase the digital collectible and participate in the forging event, you'll be able to redeem your physical sneakers. And it looks like they're only 0.0396. Now, I don't know if those are the ones that have already been redeemed. I guess you might have to make sure that they hadn't been redeemed because that seems cheap. That's like $70. There's no way.
You still have to buy the shoes.
Oh, so that just gives you access to buy the shoes?
Access to the limited edition exclusive shoes.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you want me to move over to Crypto Slam?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do Crypto Slam. And you know what I didn't do this week? And I do want to get back to it because I think it's really cool is our Where Are They Now? Remember we did it for Extreme Time for the 1 week for our original, our guests.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't do it for this one, but I'm going to start doing that again on our next recap. I think you're missing next Sunday, and I'm trying to see if I can get a guest host. I could probably get someone to guest host no matter what, even if we don't get the one we were
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
there we
maybe
go.
I'll do that. I'll think of somebody fun to bring on. But
nice.
But we'll start doing the Where Are They Now again because I think Where Are They Now? Because I think that'll be fun to go through all of our old guests and
see what's up too.
Yeah. So NFT collection rankings by sales volume over the last 7 days And at the top of the list is D-Market, Mythos, which is CSGO, Counter-Strike Go, video game. It's more than double number 2 in weekly volume. So like they are smashing it. 412,000 transactions in a week.
Damn.
It's like 60,000 transactions a day.
Pretty crazy.
That's crazy. That's where the NFT volume is. That's a game. Number 2 is also a game. Gods Unchained on Immutable X.
Hey.
Yep. Number 3 is Bored Ape Yacht Club. Number 4 is some Bitcoin BRC20 stuff, the 2.3 million in volume. Number 5 is So Rare. We've talked about that a lot. Another gamified NFT. 6 is CryptoPunks. 7 is the Winds of Yawanawa. That's Rafiq Anadol. We talked about him. Remember the Turkish AI artist who, number 8 is Mutant Apes. Number 9 is DraftKings Rainmakers. Number 10 is the Captains. Number 12 is actually your new favorite place, soulcasino.io. Isn't that where you're spending a lot of your time? Soulcasino.io.
Oh, hell no. I hate casinos.
No. I'm just joking. That sounds like such a scam. Soulcasino.io. I wouldn't even put that website.
Michael's like going to look it up later.
No, I'm not.
Sure.
I don't like any of that stuff. Like, what's the other one? Rollbit, where you can like gamble and bet on sports with your ETH. Like,
yeah.
I'll pass. I'll let my ETH dwindle to nothing by itself without.
No, it's pumping. What do you mean?
Oh, it is pumping. It's pumping. It's going to 5,000. 10,000 by the end of the year. 10,000 by the end of the year.
Okay, maybe not by the end of the year, but I do think ETH will hit 10K at some point.
Well, at some point.
Yeah, well, okay. At some point in the next couple years, I'll say.
Okay.
I think.
That's a 5X. I would like that. It's a 6X.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Amazing.
Okay. Oh, is that everyone on the list?
Yeah. Well, that was top 10, and then Soul Casino. I just had to give a shout out.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, your favorite.
Our newest sponsor. Thank you, Soul Casino, for sponsoring the episode.
Oh no.
Use promo code NFT Catcher for 75% off your first.
75. Damn.
Oh, I don't know. They're giving a big discount.
Yeah. We're really incentivizing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you folks for listening to this episode. This has been a nice short Sunday recap. Just quick to the point. Got all the major stuff. Yeah. And we will catch you in the next one, in the next interview. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.